Hello, welcome to the Daily Political Tarot Readings here on the Black and Orange channel. Thank you for being here. Thank you. I'm here 365 days of the year to take your political questions out of the chat. I just put them in the chat before I go on. I'm literally here every day of the year. And what a day this is. 10% of my income from everything Black and Orange goes to Feeding America at feedingamerica.org, which supplies food to food banks across the country. It's an ongoing thing. And if you're watching this on replay, what a day. You can go down in the description box. All the questions are listed there, and I timestamp them as I go. All right. We have an excellent community here because of you. Because of you. Thank you. Thank you. This really is a hangout as much as doing political readings. Sarah was kind enough to help me this morning. Oh, bless her. And if you go down in the description box, one of the first things listed, or rather it's listed above the questions, are a bunch of the acronyms where people will be saying these topics, talking about these things. So you have some idea what there are. There are 5 of them she put in there. ORCON, which is originator control. NOFORN is no foreign nationals should see this document. HCS or HUMINT, which is human intelligence. NDI, national defense information, or SI, COMINT, communication intelligence, or intercepts. All right, there will not be a quiz. Yeah. Jean is asking, love the side banners last minute. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I made it a little while ago. Yeah, I knew this was coming out and I knew this is what they were talking about. So, all right. I don't usually actually make that many. I don't make more than just a few overlays at a time ahead of time, to be honest. But anyway, thank you guys. Thank you. All right, so we're going to start at the top and work our way through. It is quite the day. Let me go here. All right. We're at 3 minutes in. Let's say 3 minutes in. Okay. So the redacted affidavits about the search of Mar A Largo dropped this morning. Matter of fact, they were supposed to drop by noon Eastern, and in fact they didn't because the entire justice system server crashed because there was so much interest in this. It took a little while, then it came out. 38 pages in the redacted affidavit plus whatnot. Before that, what came out was the Justice Department's redacted reasoning on why they redacted what they redacted. So that became public. Then the actual redacted affidavit came out. So the redacted affidavits are dropped. We can see there has been witness intimidation, ding. Proof of investigation interference, ding. A significant amount of civilian witnesses, ding. National defense information that was ultimately seized, ding. Informations on spies, ding. Intercepted communication, ding. And just a general list of other things that should not have been in Trump's possession. What will happen now? And why, oh why, have they not already put this man in handcuffs? Seriously. We're going to work our way through. I'm not even sure how many of these other questions we'll get to today. There is so much. There is so much, but this is good because we're together and we can work our way through it. And we'll get through it together. Semper says that he had human intelligence and signal intelligence is infuriating. Yes. Frida Smet says the priestess card will be working overtime today. Yes. And Jolie, yes. If it were you or I, we would be in jail. Exactly. Okay. Let's do some overloaded Celtic kind of crazy amounts of cards today to find out whatever we can. All right. Get rid of as much of the general cat here as I can. All right. Shockwave, I'm going to be focusing really heavily on this Trump stuff today, and I've got a whole bunch of questions. So I'm sorry, but if you, I've actually, Sarah grabbed the questions this morning, and she said that she put 5 of them. Actually, she moved them to tomorrow. But do get in and do get in before I start and put your questions in, because I love reading on your questions. So, all right, Donald Trump. Let's just do let's start with just a general reading, okay? And I am going to tilt you down as best I can without the camera falling, hopefully, so that, sorry, a bit of makeup. So let's see, how far can I put this down without the camera falling? Because it feels like it. Yeah. Or maybe. Are we okay? All right, fine. Where's my mouse? Okay, here we go. Let's do this. Oh, and by the way, if anyone's wondering, I tripped on the stairs, and that's what that's from. I landed on that part of my hand, but it's okay. It's healing nicely. Meant to put some makeup on it to try to hide it, but here we are. All right, let's look at this whole Trump mess. What is going to happen? What's going to happen with this situation? What is going to happen to Trump? Everybody's talking about this, of course. Everybody's around him, talking to him, trying to contact him, also trying to placate him, because there is talk that there's more than one mole, which is not going to sit well with him. So what is going to happen with Trump? All right, in the past, center the reading, above the reading, below the reading. Near future 1, near future 2, home environment, hopes and fears, what other people see, challenge, final outcome 1, final outcome 1, 2, and 3. Card for the reading. Oh, 2 cards for the reading. Okay. It's kind of hard. It's really hard for me to see the chat right now, but okay, I'll see what I can do. But it's everything's tilted so badly. It's like this, the opening scroll on Star Wars, only smaller. Card for the reading. He's a bully, thinks he can do what he wants, and this is him. He held on to stuff he should not have had, because he figured he could. Oh, it's sitting on the bottom of the deck. Yeah, same thing. All right, in the past, he lost. He lost the election. And it really was a blow to him, which is why he cannot accept it. Center of the reading, his actions. The action, the main action he took. And there are several. There's the January 6th thing, there's this classified thing, etc., etc. All right, hanging above this, we have his plan or potential plan. Oh, he took so much. There's a real possibility, entertainment only. There's a real possibility he had plans for this information. All right, at the base of the reading, corruption and the people around him who enabled him. I think that's pretty clear. All right, what is going to happen? Home environment. The truth is coming home. Hopes and fears. His main thing is he must keep hold of the MAGA faithful. Has to, must. What other people say? He did not work with the National Archives. They keep saying, "Oh, we work with them." They could have just come and talked to us. They did, over and over and over, and this makes it clear again. The challenge. One, this is Trump's desperation. And two, this is the challenge is making the disaffected who are in the cult, making them truly, truly desperate enough to do anything. But all right, near future 1. Working. Near future 2. Okay, this would be working on the PR, motions from his lawyers, him doing everything he can there, but the legal swords in his back, in his metaphorical back, are brutal. Just brutal. There's no arguing with this. There's no saying, "Oh, oopsies," or "Oh well." Final outcome 1, 2, and 3. Trump, Mar A Largo, the documents. The 3 of, oh, that's worrying, because this is getting stuff from elsewhere. We're inviting people in from elsewhere. These are outsiders. 3 of Wands, Magician, highest bidder. This is an auctioneer. Knight of Pentacles. And the people who will continue to try and cover for him. But this is an auctioneer right there. That's what that feels like. All right, so he isn't legally going to have a leg to stand on. What about Trump being arrested? If you and I had 1/1000th, remember they said in the receipts that it was 700 to 800 pages of classified and top secret and above top secret material. There's not an oubliette deep enough in the world that they would throw us in, metaphorically or literally. Actually, this would be more at 1430. Make sure nope, that's not the right thing. 1430. Well, more like 15. 15. Trump arrest. So, explain to me why this man has not been arrested. He can have his day in court like anybody else. Center of the reading in the past. Energy above this. Energy below this. Near future 1. Near future 2. Home environment. Hopes and fears, what other people see. Challenge. Final outcome. 1, 2, 3. Card for the reading. Okay. Trying to have a quick look. All right. Why are they letting this idiot walk around? I don't get it. I know they're being cautious, but there's cautious, and then there's give me a break. Give me a break. As Junior is so fond of saying, guys. Joe Biden. Give me a break. Yeah. Anyway, in the past, you lost to Biden. Oh, I do love how Biden in his latest speech, he's got his new thing where he's just saying, he's talking about MAGA Republicans, how awful they are, and calling them semi-fascist. And he said, and Donald Trump, who is not only a former president, but a defeated former president. Oh, thank you, Joe. Center of the reading. Of people trying to protect Trump. And the people in charge of doing something about all of this, being very careful to make sure they do not miss. You know, if you're going to take a shot at the king, you best not miss. Well, he's not the king, but some people think he is. Hanging above the idea of Trump's arrest would be how upset, beside themselves, people would be if he was being arrested, if he was being taken away. Oh my gosh, the amount of popcorn. The amount of popcorn I would make, I could feed the multitude. Base of the reading, insult to injury. I do not like this. Okay, look, I'm just getting this. I'm just letting you know. I am getting sale. Money for. I don't want to believe that. I think you guys know me. There's always a small part of me that wants to believe in more of humanity than I do. That no, there's a line. There's a line, you know, that person wouldn't cross. This is sales. This is people offering money, giving money. This is insult to injury. Oh, and who was it who was on the news it might have been one of the anchors who was saying, well, this is, or was it it was the justification for the affidavit or something like that. And he said, basically, that Trump's a liar. He's like, yeah. Who's surprised? Show of hands. Okay. Tiffany Lilly, tell them to get over it. No one is above the law. I'm with you. So I'm having to scooch down here to see. Yep, I agree, Roland. If anyone else did this, they'd be jailed. Home environment. Playing games with the National Archives, but also waiting for your ship to come in. I don't want to believe that, but that's what the cards are saying repeatedly. Hopes and fears. Trump, of course, is hoping this just goes away the way all of his other problems have tended to go. Amazing what you can do in this life if you don't have any scruples, ethics, decency. Not worth it to me, but still. What other people see. There's evidence. It's laid out. It's right there. It's like evidence right there. right. It's not even being collected. It's right just with what you already have. Challenge. It is. It's a big deal. And there is some worry about law enforcement, but that cannot be a reason for us not to hold him accountable, because if he is not held accountable in a bigly way, very quickly, very soon, there is a smarter criminal who is going to come along and do much, much worse. There have to be consequences, and there have to be consequences soon. Anyway, Near Future 1 and 2. The idea of Trump's arrest. Near Future 1. Oh, he's definitely under judgment. Near Future 2. Disappointment. He's trying to kick down what the DOJ is doing, but it's not working. And the full blast of that horn of judgment is right in his orange face and tiny hands. Arrest him. Final outcome 1, 2, and 3. Final outcome 1. Page of Pentacles. Final outcome 2. 3 of Pentacles. Final outcome 3. Strength. Well, to you it would be left or right. Yes. Left to right. This is the moles. This is at least one of the moles. This is the plan. And proof of a cover-up, proof that things were destroyed. Could be that classified markings were destroyed or what have you. The state has a really good case. The country has a really good case. By state, I meant big state, federal. The DOJ, they have a good case. So why am I not getting this man's arrest? Why? Why am I not getting this man's arrest? It is 23 and a bit. Let's say 23:30. Why isn't Trump being arrested? Oh, and there's other stuff we'll look at, but I'm just trying to get to the bottom of this. Thank you, Anita. I feel your frustration and good vibes. Thread of Hope says, I'm not seeing a lot of consequences in this card spread. I hear you. Taylor B says, I think the net is wider than I think. I can wait for all the criminals to be incriminated. There we go. So why isn't Trump being arrested? I mean, there's so much to arrest him on. Pick something. Pick something. All right, it's going to be this is going to be backwards, but starting with there's a happy family. The World. Page of Wands, 2 of Pentacles. All right, he will. I do need to reverse these. I'm actually used to reversing them for you guys now. So if I'm looking at them upside down, backwards, I need to have them in order. Okay. We're seeing it's all there. And we can see the damage it's done. This is the end of the way things have been done. These are the messages. These are the illegal papers, documents, information, intelligence, and he does not have a legal leg to stand on. That feels like an arrest. Is it an arrest of Trump? He's sitting pretty right now. There's the Biden DOJ. Do not underestimate the Democrats. That's a far right. That's the far right victory card. Biden is worried about this. He's worried about the midterms. Not in the sense of let's not do this, but in the sense of how dangerous it will be. That's why he's using this stronger rhetoric. How awful and dangerous it will be if Trump gets back in. So I am getting arrest there, containment here, but it's at the end of this. His lawyers are still gonna make some arguments, what have you. It's not gonna work though. They are both Merrick Garland apparently and Chris Wray have bent over backwards to try to work with the president, and of course he's just been awful. Of course he hasn't helped. He hasn't helped them be decent. No. Cat Shepard thinks the arrest will be violent. 2730. Will Trump's arrest be violent or cause violence? And I need to get my planner back up here, or I will deafen you and I. Thank you for being here. Yeah, if Trump isn't held accountable, these people, they are domestic terrorists. We cannot refuse to act because of fear of violence. That isn't how that works here. Will Trump's arrest be violent? Lead to violence. It's not, the whole country isn't going to go up in flames. You know, I've said it a million times. This is my, Saturday afternoon at the garden center card. Oh, look. The mums have come out for fall. Ooh, do they have pretty red ones? No. Communications, Empress, Page of Pentacles, Star, World. Although, let's face it, his lawyers are not exactly the brightest sparks. Oh, thank you, Foggy. Thank you. I appreciate that. Star and World. It's going to be a big deal. We are going to see it. It's going to be a big deal. His lawyers are pathetic. And this is the communication he stole. All right, the energy's getting better. it's moving closer to, the energy is moving closer to there being actual consequences. Kim Hawkins says, I think a lot of the country would be happy something's done to him. Yeah. Right. Marie Henson says 1-800-lawyers. That actually would work. Oh, I misspelled. Sorry, Mr. Trump. I punched in 1-800-flowers. We've got a lovely fall bouquet coming. Heather Formosa says his tweet sounds like a confession. Really? Oh, thank you, Foggy. So, Kristen from Uncover the News, who brings us great information. Thank you, Kristen. At 31:30, at the Friday news drop, why did Trump keep material, human intelligence, that could burn or expose sources and spies? Why did you keep human intel? Refusal to give it up. It's mine, mine, I tell you. Mine. Oh, I've only got 3 cards here. Sun, 9 of Wands, 3. Again, waiting for those ships out there to come in. Feeling beaten up. His superiority. Anger and arrogance and possibility. Okay, Kristen was also asking at 33:30. Some of the secret and top secret documents were taken from their designated folders and mixed in with memos, newspapers, etc. I'm going to roll my eyes so hard they're going to roll out of my head. Just, was this shoddy housekeeping or purposeful obfuscation? Linda Johnson, he was mad that he lost. Like an abusive person says, if I can't have you, no one will. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Destroy it. Destroy it if you can't control it. Narcissism, it's a nasty thing. Shoddy housekeeping or purposeful obfuscation. What do you guys think? Because both are possible. The answer might be both. Page of Pentacles. Ooh, shiny. Ooh, I have a shiny thing. Like a child. Thread of Hope says, one thing sure to make Autumn angry, mishandled files. I don't have much space. I have to keep things organized. That was good. 4 of Cups. Sun. 9 of... They're mine. They're mine, they're mine, they're mine. And I have my legacy, and having these makes me important and proves that I'm important, while those horrible people who voted for Democrats, they can be out there. The little people can be out there suffering. They're mine. All I'm getting is mine, 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 mine. Jeez, that's some heavy duty Scorpio energy. When I was a teenager, I was over in Holland, and I was very good friends with a Dutch girl my own age, a Dutch teenager my own age, who had an old-fashioned Dutch name, one that we're not too familiar with at all. And because they do that hard guttural sound in Dutch, fantastic. I loved her. Loved her platonically. Her name was Mechtold. She was great. But anyway, she was a Scorpio as well. And we were standing there, and a mutual friend was flipping through something and said, "What's a Scorpio's favorite word?" And Mechtold and I, at the same instant, said, "Mine." And we just kind of looked at each other. I'm better these days. I have mellowed as I've gone through life, but that's what I'm getting from this. I'm getting from Trump. It's mine, 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 mine. I'm not turning it over. I am important. I am the Sun King. I am all that is. This, what to us would be him losing the election being a slight against his sense of self, his sense of superiority, to him is devastating. Absolutely devastating. And the reason he took Roy Cohn's advice that if you get hit back twice as hard, the reason he took that on board was because it already spoke to what he feels. Because I still think growing up, his sense of identity was so crushed flat that any slight against him, anything that comes up against him, is an attack on. It kicks in survival anger inside of him. He thinks he is being annihilated when he's criticized, when he's told he's not enough, because that's what his parents did to him, and it practically did annihilate him. And the only coping mechanism they taught him is be mean, be cold, be cruel. Oh, Murray Henson, you should be able to delete your own comment. If he wants to sell them, he should be able to sell them. If he wants to keep them, he should be able to keep them. Whatever he wants. It's terrible. Lilabelle says, I think your Cancer moon is in your second house. Why, yes, it is. That's a very mine placement. Emotional attachment to things, people, whatever. Yeah. My Aquarius moon is in the second as well. Fist bump. Yeah. I am very, very hot. It is very hot in here. Whew. I need to do something about that, including putting my hair up. I'm sorry, but it's horrible. Hang on. It's all right. Talk amongst yourselves. I'll pull up the kitty picture if you want. Oh, I'll get this out of the. There we go. So I can close the window. It's only 74 outside. It shouldn't be. It should be lovely. But it's hot in here. And where's my phone? So I can turn down. the temperature in here. Sorry. Yeah, let's cool this down. Okay. Julie Robinette says it's all the energy flowing through you. That too. Tiffany Lilly, can you ask if anyone made copies? I think I asked that yesterday, but I could ask again. Semper says my Saturn and Neptune are in the second house. I'm very protective. Mine of my dreams and work. That makes sense. Okay. Whew. Again, sorry. Give me a second. I've never found anything better to keep my hairpins in than this old medicine bottle. And it's so old. I mean, they don't even use yellow. I don't know anybody who uses yellow bottles anymore. Ow. All right, let's put this up here again. Yeah, all right, I'm just going to pin it. Okay. Kristen from Uncover the News has new. Redacted DOJ affidavit says the FBI wanted to seal the document because, quote, the FBI has not yet identified all potential criminal Confederates. Key word there. Confederates. Just kidding. No, I'm not. Trump's proved he's racist. It's not really surprising if his Confederates were too. Veronica asks, will the judge place a gag order? Good luck. Good luck on that. Kristen said the affidavit suggests a significant number of civilian witnesses flipped on Trump. Oh, okay. Like, should he really have classified information just sitting there? Jeez. I don't know what to do with my hair anymore. But anyway, at least I'll be able to breathe. Okay. Thank you, Foggy. Okie dokie. What's next here on my list? 43 and a bit. Julie Robinette has a question. Could you please do a reading on the pictures that were listed and retrieved from Mar A Largo? I have a dark, bad feeling about what they might be. Of course, my initial response is to be like, oh, no, that couldn't happen because I keep wanting to believe in people, but some of them prove that you can't do that, and you just have to go, oh, okay, you are a scumbag. I have to keep reminding myself that people are scumbags. People have proven themselves to be scumbags. Most people are great. Most people are just trying to get through the day. Wouldn't hurt a fly. Kim Hawkins, he needs a gag order. I'm not saying we wouldn't enjoy it, but pictures. King of Pentacles. Makes him look important. Sun, Four of Pentacles, Five of Swords. No, I don't think this is what you're thinking it might be. I'm not picking up on that. Thread of Hope says the gag order would only work on Trump with an actual gag. Oh, Kathy Rollins, and we're going to be looking at Truth Social. It's on the list. The Truth. Speaking of Truth, Three of Swords, Ten of Pentacles, Ace of Cups. No, they're pictures. They're pictures. They might be involved, maybe included in the classified stuff, but they're not. Oh, Diane B., you think pictures of agents? Jeez. Strength. 4 of Cups, 5 of Cups. Communication. He just has communications. He doesn't have pictures, and he wishes he had more. He wishes he had more that he could sell, that he could exchange for favors, that he could let people go and look at. Yeah, he just has communications. He doesn't have pictures. So that's what this is saying. So, the energy. Okay. Oh, man. All right. I'm trying to think if there's anything more before we move on to other topics. Because, boy, there's more. I have a question. 47. Will today's redacted affidavit and Trump's criminality affect the midterms? Okay. 4730. Well, what happened today? Will the affidavit, redacted affidavit, will the criminality, will it affect the midterm elections in the U.S.? I just saw 2 cards, so I want to make sure I mix them in. Down near the bottom, I saw the death card and the Hierophant. It's like, well, that's not quite okay. Let's just ask. Queen of Wands. Well, those are the far right voters, and that's his hope. That's the Republican hope right now, is that this will get the far right voters out. Magician, Devil, 7 of Wands, 8 of Cups, 3 of Pentacles. Well, there's certainly corruption here. People definitely feeling more, they're not happy. I mean, even some of the just diehard faithful, it feels like they're not liking this. This is not winning. This is not giving them that endorphin rush of sticking it to the other side. They're not liking this. This feels like the fans at the Super Bowl whose team is not winning. And it's close, but they're just not winning. They got their hopes up. They were so excited, and they're just miserable and angry, and only more miserable and more awful. Or actually just awful. Perfectly nice people. In this case, I think I can say, in general, fans of the teams that is the Super Bowl they're good people on both sides. I think we can safely say that. Eight of Cups, Three of Pentacles. Evidence. Okay, there are different PACs and what have you who are already looking to use this information both to hurt Trump or to help Trump. He's being attacked, the deep state, blah, 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 blah. But they're on the defensive, and this feels like the January 6th committee hearings resuming in September. That's what's going to be hurting the that's what's going to be hurting the Trumpites at the midterms. So, whew. Thread of Hope says nothing Q predicted has come true. Nothing Fox tell them leads to Biden losing. I'm still trying to figure out why it is that all the readers I know, good readers, people who are really good, were all saying that Trump was going to get kicked out of office before he left office. That still puzzles me. I understand wishful thinking and all, but or that Hillary would win. Well, it's not 100%. We know that. Okay. We are at 52 minutes in. So at 52:30. So Donald Trump is going to an appeals court to, again, seek dismissal of a civil suit filed by a Capitol Police officer. The suit accuses him of provoking the January 6th attack. What will happen? Those were not your presidential duties. Not your presidential duties. Dismiss the civil suit by a Capitol Police officer. There's a lot more where this came from. It feels like all the cards could just fly out of the deck for all the cases and all of the, just everything. Three of Cups. Would be pleased if this man was held accountable. And certainly if you want to bring a civil case against Trump, if you're trying to get any kind of financial relief, you better hurry. You'd best hurry. I mean, hurry. Strength. And make sure you get a lump settlement now. Four of Cups, Eight of Wands, Page of Cups, 10 of Swords. The damage he did. The amount of damage he did, and he doesn't care that this officer was hurt. Of course he doesn't. It feels like he's going to lose this case. And I hope so. This poor officer, bless this poor officer. Lucky girls here. Frank's laughing. Getting paid from 45? I know. Okay. Speaking of Trump behaving badly, I'm curious what is behind this little gem at 550, 530. According to William Barr, when he turned in his resignation back in December and left the White House, Trump sent aides to chase him, who then proceeded to pound on the windows of his vehicle to try to get him to come back into the building. What was going on there? What the... He owns you. Taylor B says he's a mobster. They hurt people for fun. Was Barr in danger? Or was it just Trump was, I own you. You'll do what I tell you to. Insult to injury. I own you. You'll do what I tell you to. Queen of Wands, he was one of the people, key people supporting Trump, but it had enough. Knight of Cups. He was afraid Barr would turn on him. He was afraid of losing Barr, but he was also afraid Barr would turn on him. Paranoia. The sweet stench of paranoia to a narcissist. Not only will he leave, he'll betray me. I hope you feel better, Bismo. Kathy Rollins says the Queen of Wands keeps showing up today. Wonder who she is. What I'm getting is the Queen of Wands, for some reason, well, the Wands is the far right, or people who support Trump. For the Queen, is quite often it's actually, don't ask me why, it comes up for me as a group, like a group of Trump, the people supporting Trump, fighting for his cause. Don't ask me why. And that's Trump himself. Seven of Wands, Page of Cups, Ace of Pentacles. Terrified. Barr was going to give information to the other side, basically. On the defensive. I mean, this may not be major arcana, but there's enough fear coming off these cards. He is a very small, very vicious, little nasty monster. CC Ryder is saying Newsweek says Bill Barr slams Trump, accuses his former boss of extortion and sabotage. Well, there we have it. Yes, Third of Hope, Barr could have done the right thing. Yeah. Yeah, like not put all of those stupid redactions in the Mueller report, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Good grief. All right, 59. I want to read on Allison's question. Hello, Allison, at 59 and a bit. Let's say 59:15. That works. All right. Truth Social. Ready for this? Apparently at Truth Social, they haven't been paying their bills. Shocking. I know. Who would have thought? To the tune of $1.5 million. $1.5 million. So I don't know if you guys saw Beau of the Fifth Column. He was talking about this, trying to keep a straight face, trying not to burst out laughing. Truth Social owes its web host over $1.5 million in unpaid bills. So the question is, Bo from the fifth column was saying, is there a lack of revenue from traffic? Basically, is Truth Social a bust? And I don't call it, I know it's Truth Social, but it's not the truth, so I just call it Truth. Is Truth Social just lacking traffic? Or is Donald Trump skimming lots and lots and lots of money? Yvette, I asked, actually that was like my third or fourth question, and you can look at in the description box for the timestamps. Or has Devin Nunes been doing something untoward? And I would not find that an impossibility either. So, Truth Social. She feels like I should just ask about Truth Social in general, and then we'll specifically ask about the deaths. Truth Social. Thief. Queen of Wands. Ace of Cups. Nine of Swords. Star. Moon. This is the internet. This is absolute chaos. Massive disruption. This is the group of the Trump supporters, a place for them to vent all their emotions and all their ire against the left. But this Nine of Swords, this is somebody really worried. It feels a little Nunes-ish. Major disruption. It almost, the metaphor I'm getting is like electricity, like popping and crackling, which means not a steady working electronic situation. Evelyn Hartman, I like that. Just think about what you wouldn't do. Then you know what they're doing. Yes. Yes, unfortunately, the worst thing we have to worry about when it comes to Trump and his ilk is our own lack of imagination. All right, what's going on with the money? Truth Social. What's going on with the money? Not paying your bills, huh? That's a card of refusal. Again, the Moon. Lovers. Ace of Cups. Knight of Swords. Eight of Wands. Where are his servers? Anybody know where the Trust Social servers are? Are they in this country? Are they in another country? Where are those things? What I am seeing here is that the crazies who use it for what it was intended for, they are deeply emotionally invested in it. Deeply. And if the people who have the servers are bringing legal action against it for unpaid bills, these people might be sicked on. So Lisa saying, oh, are they going to shut down Truth Social? I don't know. They're going to bring the people who they owe money to. They're going to bring legal action. Are there just not enough Truth Social people? Plenty of people on Twitter. 10 of Wands, 4 of Swords, Hierophant. Being shut down. Truth Social is going to be shut down. So, Threat of Hope says, I'm not sure where, but they're called Right Forge. Thank you. Knight of Pentacles. King of Swords, Empress. Queen of Cups. Yeah, it just gets overwhelmed. Legal matters. Trump in trouble. Trump not able to use it at some point here. Americans not interested. So, yeah. All right. Whew. Getting tired. All right, I'm actually just gonna do one more question, and then I'm gonna have to bow out for today. The energy is just so much today, and I'm starting to fade. But I do come on and make sure I'm on for at least an hour, or that I read 12 questions, whichever comes first. So I've been on for an hour and almost 8 minutes. So, all right, but I do want to read on this last one. Biden, bless him, at 108. Have you guys heard Biden out there talking? He's finally calling MAGAs out by name. He's in his speeches, he's talking about the MAGA Republicans and how awful they are. And he called them semi-fascists. The MAGA Republicans would destroy our democracy. The MAGA Republicans would, basically anything we've talked about for the last couple of years, for the last few years. He called them semi-fascists. Now, will this be effective or will it backfire? Because I'm like, good, about time. He is really, really afraid for our country. Really afraid. Great Uncle Joe is really afraid for our country. Foggy Ozark says it's exhausting, but it's good exhausting. All right, are Democrats gonna be like, oh, somebody calling the way it is, or is this gonna backfire? Just rile up the right, and Dems won't care, and Ace of Swords. It's the truth. It's the sword of truth. Thank you. Thank you. Sword of truth. Three of Swords. 7 of Cups. Temperance. Judgment. Seven of Pentacles. Well, of course they're going to use it against him, but he's seen how much pain the country's been in, and he's seen as a temperate force in general. I mean, that's that part of his character has been very well established. So he's not a Marjorie Trader Green who has, been cuckoo, ding, cuckoo. He's not that. He's been very measured and steady for years and years and years and years. So the fact that he is standing out, it's like, yeah, of course they'll make ads, and he's calling you average American. But they were going to do that anyway, and that's part of they were going to lie about what he said anyway. They were going to say the most heinous things about him no matter what he did. So does this help get Democrats to the polls to vote? Star. People are listening to him. Lovers, 4 of Pentacles, 5 of... Yeah, it's the far right. They have shown us what they are. They've shown us what they believe. This is not a secret. This is not a surprise. Yeah. So I'm not getting it. I'm not getting a huge blowback on this. But of course, it's all right. They'll do what they'll do because they just heinous. Anyway. That is going to do it for me for today. Thank you. Thank you so much for being here. I wouldn't want to be anywhere else going over all this stuff than with you. So I appreciate it. I appreciate you being here. Wow. All right. It is 1:32 p.m. here in Chicago. At 4 o'clock, I'll be over on the Creative Sprints channel. And do bring your creative projects. Give it a try. Bring your knitting, bring your sewing, bring your writing, you need to make a newsletter, whatever creative endeavor you want to work on. Come hang out with us. We want to encourage you. So, and it doesn't cost a thing. It's not even monetized. So, and we're there every afternoon. I find that I make so much more progress because I'm there. I have this time set up where I do. But anyway. That's entirely up to you. There is good stuff to come in the country. We are in this together. You are not alone. There's also some good stuff coming up between now and the end of the year. I'm trying to get various things together. I'm about that close to having 14,000 subscribers. Thank you. I want to do something for that. Halloween is coming. Christmas is coming. There's so much. I've got part of my Halloween costume already. I need to try it on today or tomorrow. At least what I have. Still working on it. Anyway, okay. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Be safe. And GM Dave says, when I get time to paint, I will be there. Excellent. All right, take care. I'll be right back here tomorrow to take more of your questions. Thank you. Have a great rest of your day. There are good days ahead.